We're here with VMI women's soccer coach Brian Williams to discuss the upcoming season, set to start on Friday, August 19th against Howard. And Coach, last week, exhibition with American. Talk about what the team learned and was able to build on coming out of that.
I think American was a great game for us to open up with. We've had any number of good opponents the last 4 or 5 years that we've gotten mixed results with, but also those games have really helped prepare us for what we have to face with the opener and in the early part of the season. And American was no different from that. They stressed us and pushed us, and which was great for our team, which is a very young team this year. And I think that's something that we wanted to have happen. So we got stressed at defense, and that gives us the opportunity to really focus on the whole group and what we need to do to get ready for Friday. Midfield-wise, it helped us see what we were doing in midfield, the good things, finding our width and moving the ball forward versus basically playing around with it too much. And up top in attack, we scored 2 great goals in the game, which shows that we can score goals this year. And if we do the right things with the new bodies, new faces, and again, some of these old returners, the number of we got 5 seniors this year, I think give us a great opportunity to really push the season and be very effective and competitive over the course of the next 19 matches.
All right, Coach, you talked a lot about the new faces, but first let's touch on those returners. What did you see from them, particularly in the spring season coming forward into the fall?
Well, I think the great thing about the spring was the group we had in the spring was very energized into getting back together and getting back to basics and focusing on playing together. There was a lot of things coming out of last fall that could have held us up or held us back, but I think the group that we had in the spring had fun together. They really enjoyed playing with each other and working hard for us. And I think that's what that group brings into this fall, that energized, new beginning sort of attitude that we were looking to capture, and they brought it with them. And the new group, the freshman 8, have really instilled even more of that energy and if not pressure upon those upperclassmen as well.
All right, now taking a look at the freshmen, the largest class in program history. Talk about what you've seen out of them and the importance of having that number of players.
Well, it almost doubles our squad size anyway, number one, and that really helped. We needed that infusion of new blood. The other thing is that they bring with them an excitement and an anticipation and expectation of the upcoming season, which from day one they came in wanting to press, wanting to push, wanting to make everybody work, which is always great to have. And sometimes when you've been around or in the program for a while, you start to see the spots where you can take it easy and not push yourself as much. And this group is really pushing everybody, not only themselves, but definitely those above them to work harder, to be better prepared coming in every day on the field. And we're hoping that will then spill over into what will be our regular season.
All right, taking a look at the team by position, let's start with the forward, certainly leading returning scorer Amanda Barrios on the front line.
Well, Amanda's going to have a little mixed duty here. She's actually spending some time in goal for us, believe it or not, and that's definitely a change. But again, as a forward and up top, she comes in with the ability to make a difference in games, and I think that's a great thing about Amanda. Her possession on the ball and her ability to move the ball forward. So I'm hoping that she's definitely going to see some time up there. She saw quite a bit of time up there on Saturday. So I'm excited that we've got her back for her senior year, and that she's going to be able to push a role there up top. Kelly Morrison will probably get stretched from the back line up top, and maybe a bit at midfield. I think Kelly represents, again, a fourth-year player who's been through the wars and seen a lot over the course of her time with us, that now she really gets to step into an offensive role, which I think she's been hungering for a couple of years, and that's going to make a difference. She has that ability. She's got the experience and the background that I'm hoping to see great things from Kelly up top. Simone Jimenez also midfield and up top. I think Simone got herself in a position to score a goal on Saturday. Again, she's playing very well right now, and she's a presence on the field. And the other two there are two Rats freshmen coming in, Ali Segura and potentially Sarah Putney, and both of them represent good technical players with, in Ali's case, a real drive. She's a schemer. She's a smart player. She's very creative at what she does. And Sarah, on the other hand, is very fast, very quick, and coming from Midlothian High School, she scored a number of goals for them. And again, my expectation, whether at midfield or up top, that she's going to get herself back in the mix in that regard.
All right, moving back to the midfield, certainly the squad there led by two-time All-Conference player Sarah Strand.
Well, Sarah's been a delight for, now, which will be 4 years, and she's the real team leader. She's the central focus of our team, and Sarah again comes back with the drive and desire of helping to get us back where we were, what would be now 3 and 4 years ago, where we were very competitive in conference and challenging, everybody we played. And Sarah has to anchor us in the center, and she has the ability to do that. Sarah's role may be more attack-minded. We'll see how the beginning sorts out. Certainly that was the case on Saturday against American. She found herself at attack midfield versus defensive midfield role. Sarah's always had ability to get in and find the goal when given that opportunity. So we're hoping that will be the case up and coming. Other senior playing there as well, Gabby McCarron will probably step off the back line into the midfield, maybe as a defensive midfielder role, helping to anchor and center the defense for us. Also, our flank players, Christina Gontarski returns after a decent year last year, and now with the chance to prove herself her senior year, with expectation of getting herself forward and playing and attacking. Taylor Armstrong will get herself on probably the right midfield role, and Sarah will be a junior this year. Taylor was a junior this year and has some great experience that should help her become very effective. Again, Sarah Putney has a great chance of stepping on right away, as she did on Saturday, and was very effective at the outside right midfield. Liz Affronte, another freshman, is already starting and step on at the left midfield role. Again, both great high school players. Liz, very successful at Norfolk Academy, strong left-footed player, great on restarts and corners, and is a very dynamic player. Got in for a goal against American and on a great volley. So I'm hoping great things from Liz there. But we've got more depth at that midfield this year, which is going to make a difference for us. Be it, again, Kelly Morrison coming back as an attack midfield, the others that I've named, and then another freshman, Killian Buckley, will see some time at midfield and perhaps at the back line as well. And she's shown to be the real fit one out of the group, and is a great kid and working very hard for us.
All right, Coach, we've touched on forward and mid. The back line has been a strength of these teams pretty much ever since you've come to VMI. Tell us about what that looks like this year.
Well, hope much improved over last year. We gave up a tremendous number of goals last year. Very frustrating, I know, for those returning who are part of that. We'll see new keepers this year with the graduation of the two seniors we had last year. And we really need to tighten things up and tidy things up and get back to being one of the real stingy teams in the conference and in the region as far as what we give up. American on Saturday really tested us and showed us a lot of the holes that we have in that group, and I think that's again one of the great things about having an exhibition match is it doesn't count against you, but it helps you figure out where your weaknesses and where your holes are. And I think we're already working on those things. As soon as the game was done, we were already working on those things. So again, I think it's a great group. It's going to be a young group, and it's going to be comprised primarily of freshmen, of Rats this year, with some old bodies maybe sliding in and out of that grouping. Casey Hall slides back to the defender role, but more of a central defender role versus the outside back that she played last year. Now as a center back, Casey's going to have to use her experience to help anchor that group. Nicole Blixt comes in from Forest Park, where she played center back and defensive midfielder. Nicole had a great high school season last year, and again, someone I'm counting on to help us anchor and find that strength back there in the middle of the field defensively. Outside, on the right, Erica Putney, Sarah Putney's sister. We have two twins this year, which is kind of exciting. I've not had twins on any of the teams that I've coached over the years, so this is pretty exciting for me to have these two. And Erica is again also a very quick, fast player. A lot of experience in that role at the club level and at high school, and comes out of the Richmond area, out of Midlothian, and is doing a great job for us off the get-go right away. On the other side, Miranda Emery, also a very quick, skilled player, very technical in her game. Was a teammate of Nicole Blix on club team out of Loudon last year, and Miranda represents a lot of great ability, a natural left footer, can strike a long ball and put us into the game right off the bat from anywhere really on that outside left side of the field. So again, a great group there that's going to make a difference in what we do. And I think we'll see some past individuals slide in and out. Gabby McCarron is close in the proximity, and as she did on Saturday, found herself back in the role as an outside back. Simona Mendez may also fit that role at times in the middle as well as in the defensive midfield role. Killian Buckley, the French freshman I mentioned earlier, did time as on the right and left outside back over the weekend. So I think we have a lot of answers to what we've been looking for over the last year to building a great defense. Now we have the components that I think are there to really help us, certainly over the next 2 years and maybe over the next 4 years, as we build this team back up and try to continue to grow as a program.
All right, Coach, we've covered the first three. That just leaves one position left. In goal, Kirsten Hancock.
Well, Kirsten unfortunately had a tough go of it on Saturday, including getting cleated in the arm, and welcome to Division I, I guess, is the case, especially with a team like American. We're putting a lot of pressure on her to step up out of high school and become our starter, and we're going to see how that goes. Kirsten brings a lot of experience, club and high school. Had a very good season last year for Midlothian in goal. So we'll see how she develops over time. Amanda Barrios is doing spot time in reserve, but is showing that she has tremendous ability. And Megan Flowers, my assistant coach, has been very impressed with what Amanda has started out with. Amanda got 20 minutes on Saturday against American and kept the scoreline clean while she was in. She also brings the experience of not having been a goal scorer most of her life, so she understands what's coming at her, and sometimes that's as important in that keeping role of knowing what that in the mind of a forward as anything else. And I think that's going to help her if she's called on or we need her to step into that role. And she's certainly putting pressure on Kirsten at this point because of Amanda's experience, as well as her overall athleticism as just a really great athlete. And we're also working Christelle Denongo. Haven't mentioned her in that role as well. Christelle's height and size and background, particularly with her hands and the ball, makes her a potential help to us if we need her in that role as well. And again, Christelle's potential is potentially more up top with her speed to help us on the attack.
All right, Coach, we appreciate your time. Good luck on Friday.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to it.